Welcome back, my fellow working friends. We are here in Stoneforts. In the last episode, we found out what happened to the Brothers of Stripe. We are still working on in the story of the Elder Scrolls Online, this time in Ebonheart, and we are now... we are headed to Ebonheart. Now we are in Stoneforts, that's the name of the area. But we're going to Ebonheart, the main city of the Ebonheart Pact, as they say, even though it's pretty small and unimpressive. But that's our next goal. So let's see what's going on in this interesting city that got to be the capital, even though it's one of the smallest cities in the whole area. Why ever it got capital, no one knows, I suspect. And yeah, I'm happy you found your way back to the channel. It's nice to see you again. It's nice to see that you like the videos. I really appreciate every like and subscription that you maybe have in your pocket for me. I can't wait to grow the channel a bit more, and I'm grateful for everyone that finds her or his or their way to the channel. I just hope you enjoy your time with me. If you have any things to tell me, any mentions, whatever way, just tell me in the comments. The only thing I don't like very much is when you tell me, oh, you should play like this, or you should use this and that skill. That is the only thing I don't like. Otherwise, you can tell me everything. Like, you can tell me that my jokes are lame, that my that I look like a lizard person, that I don't know, that I'm a weirdo, whatever you feel like. Nice words are appreciated, of course. So yeah, I'm open for everything. Just come by and say hello. I would like that. A lot, actually. The Ebonheart. We saw it several times already at the at some really interesting viewpoints around the area, like up there and stuff. Seems like there's a lot of social activity going on here. Woo!
Hold there, Sarah.
What are you coming running that fast to me? How can I help you?
I've got a message for you.
A message for me? From who?
It's a message from Drathus Othral, the leader of the Dark Elf quarter in Ebonheart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby Covenant invasion.
Why me? Oh, I'm already so famous that they all know my name. That's pretty nice. Does he need me to fight?
No, he just needs you to talk.
Okay.
House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebonheart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to work together. Then speak to Othral.
That's really interesting, and it's kind of a bit of a it's kind of a bit of a symbolic for the Ebonheart Pact in general, because it's like a pact crumbled together from all the different races. No one really knows if it's going to last. The Dunmer and the Argonians are not in a good standing. The Nord, I don't know, they're a bit in between. So yeah, it's a bit of a complicated situation, to be honest. Now let's see what I can do.
Have we been led into error?
Speaking to me? Now you are.
The three keep you, traveler. Are you willing to risk heresy to save the soul of Ebonheart?
Heresy? What are you talking about?
The disciple of our tribunal temple has lost his faith. He says the three no longer speak to him. He sent me to pray for him at shrines to Olmalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil, just outside town. But I was driven away by a foul smell and angry Aelith.
What kind of smell? Why were the beasts so angry?
I don't know. The smell may have driven the beasts into a frenzy. Perhaps, if you'd be willing, would you burn these flowers at each shrine? If the three respond, tell disciple Sildris. Perhaps that will restore his faith.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll pray for an answer to your voice at the shrines. Praying for prayers. Perhaps Vivek will appreciate how circular that is.
You said heresy. Have you upset the three?
I don't know why Sildris thinks the three would abandon us. We have observed all the proper rites. These flowers, for one. Roland's tears, the rarest of the gold carnet and sacred to the three. It is a powerful offering.
Okay, so we learn a bit more about the fate of the Dudmer, I think. That's really interesting because we don't know much about them right now. I mean, we're in Agonia and we like trees, that's what I know, but about the tree? I think the concept of living gods is a bit weird, even though you know at least if they're listening to you or not. I mean, how can it be more easy to know if your gods listen to you or not? It's a lot of Nord here. So
Honor for the pact, they says. Hardy ha ha, I says.
what you says?
What brings you to this god's forsaken dark elf dunghole? The beer in this land is fit only for pigs. Good thing we brought our own. Have the elves asked you to help beat back the Covenant yet? Duh. To Sovngarde with them.
Were you asked to help fight Covenant soldiers?
Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses.
Isn't it the fact? I thought. What if the soldiers attack Ebonheart?
Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way.
I will, but what's the Nord way?
We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
That actually sounds like quite a lot of fun. Getting drunk and fighting. I already like it. Ah, so that's like already part of this. Convincing people, convince Argonians, convince the Nord, convince the Dark Elves. Ah, maybe convince the Dark Elves has to do with this guy and the praying at the shrine. So, okay, let's drink, I guess. I like meat. Mug of meat. But I think we're not drunk enough yet. More meat! More meat for me! Now we look pretty drunk. Now it's supposed to fight?
We perform an important service, you know. If not for us, the Dark Elves would never see a massive log or a long, smooth piece of wood. Especially the Lady Elves, if you know what I mean.
That's pretty dirty. I hope YouTube doesn't have a problem with that. Fight me, or are you too drunk to dodge a punch?
You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober, and I'm not.
I suppose you are.
Come at me!
I mean, you're a ladies' boy, I suppose, after this, after this words of yours.
Ow! I quit!
So you had fun, I guess.
Whew. Good fight. We'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath and stop the bleeding and get another mead. You know how it is.
Yeah, I think I pretty well know how it is. I think drunken fighting sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Can I have more?
Some of the boys like to flirt with the elf girls. I don't know why. They're so little. There's nothing to them.
Care to brawl? You look as stringy as a wet Khajiit and you smell twice as bad.
You're clever, you are. Let's see how well you take a blow.
Okay, look.
This won't take long.
I suppose. You won't know what hit you. You
Whoa,
see?
Saber Cat. Let's go back to drinking. Oh, good fight. You'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath. Stop the bleeding.
Okay, they basically say the same after the fight. Well, that's the fight. Wood Sawyer. Rockwaller. Wood Sawyer. What about you?
Care for a drink?
Do you know how to fight with those axes, or can you only beat up trees?
Are you asking for a challenge? Sure spoons. I thought today was going to be dull.
Not with me,
This should
friend.
be fun.
Never a dull moment with me and meat. Okay, I think we did it. We're still pretty drunk, I guess, but we did it. Yeah, a bit of water can't be wrong right now, right?
Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that.
I guess that's kind of a compliment. Will you fight to defend the rest of the town?
I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano.
We got sober pretty quickly. For some reason, I wish that would be in real life like this. That would be really helpful. Not like who?
Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep. But he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood. Even good rift spruce. What a skeever.
Why did he want you to leave? That sounds pretty suspicious.
Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since.
That does sound suspicious.
Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
I think, yeah, it sounds fun. It was pretty fun. Beating up Nords while drunk. I think that's how you have fun in Skyrim. Let's see. Never a bad idea to do a bit of researches and analysis, but we don't have anything to analyze here. So there's more notes. What do we got here? Another crit. Stables. Ashlanders.
Keep the ash from your eyes and your feet firmly planted. That's what I say.
Okay. Some Ashlanders here. I think they're not that welcome here, but at least they leave them be.
We want no trouble, Outlander. My injury doesn't keep me from stringing a bow.
How did you get hurt?
A Nyx hound attacked our caravan. He savaged my leg and carried off one of our guar.
Is that sort of thing normal in Stonefalls?
No. Lately we've sighted savage creatures in the wastelands. They're more than a match for our tribe's hunters. Great rewards await any hunter who can bring them to ground.
I can do this, whatever these creatures may be.
The first is Varnog, a feral Nyx hound. The next is worse, Bliger, a vicious and territorial bullnetch. Worst of all is a clanfear named Gerlisk.
Tell me about Varnak.
He's the least vicious of the three, but look what he did to my leg. We met him on the road southeast of Ebonheart. Our best guess is he escaped from a goblin tribe, or ate them.
Where can I find Bliger?
He floats along the shore west of here. Do not ask me the origin of his name. I assume it stems from the way netches float through the air.
Whatever. What do you know about Gurlusk?
Strange story, that. Summoned by an old conjurer who lived in the hills east of Kragenmoor. The conjurer died, but it stayed. No one knows why, and no hunters ever tracked it to its lair.
Why are you visiting Ebonheart?
We drove our guar here to trade. The Ashlands give our tribe many things such as food and shelter. They aren't as generous with medicinal potions or steel.
Why not live in town then?
Ha! Even if we would have the housemen, they wouldn't have us. They won't even let us within their walls to trade. We must stay outside, bedding with their animals.
Why won't they let you inside?
Because they're heretics. or because we are, whichever you prefer. We hold true to the faith of our ancestors, the worship of Azura, Boethia, and Mephala.
And the housemen, you called them?
They believe the three elders of their tribunal are gods. We know the truth. The so-called three are murderers and necromancers.
That's quite an accusation. Tell me more.
Now? Here? No, I've already said too much. I have no love for the housemen. But my people need their wares. Ask someone else.
Okay.
The first is Vaughn.
Creature hunting. That's nice, I think. And some accusations. But why not? I mean... Why not going around and say that everyone else is necromancer and murderer? Sounds reasonable to me, I guess. Okay, but I think we take a look inside the city first, before we do anything else. We talked to a lot of people outside. That's some acolytes over here. Talked to so many people outside, now it's time to take a look inside. Beggars, everywhere beggars. That's Ebonheart then. Nice. Way shrine over here. Houses. Some different houses. Oh, Rabbi Rhino, that was the guy that Nord mentioned. Wonder what it has to do with him. Wonder what's up to him. This is a temple, yeah, tribunal temple. Let's see. Isn't this the one that lost the fate?
The shrines are outside the city, north, southeast, and southwest. Vivek's shrine is across the river to the southwest of Ebonheart. Almalexia's is to the southeast. The shrine to Sophasil is on an island north of the Argonian Quarter.
What should I do at the shrines? Ah, he's the one, yeah, he's the one that lost his fate, and for some reason he knows already that we got tasked with the shrines.
Burn the flowers at each shrine. They're a rare variety of gold carnet called Roland's Tears, and are sacred to the three. I pray they hear you.
We will see. First we take a look in the temple. Let's see what's going on here. A lot of books. A lot of books.
Praise Vivek. Hold the Master of Morrowind before you as a shield. He will keep you safe in your darkest time.
If you say so. I like my rocks more though.
I've met Nords. I've preached to Nords. I still can't understand half the words that come out of their mouths. What in the mother's name is a sweet roll? I acknowledge and love Sothasil, as befits one of the three. But truly, the wizard frightens me.
Okay, that's interesting. So to convince the Dark Elves to work together, we need to help this guy with his fate, I guess.
Go with the Tribunal's blessing. In the name of the Lord, Mother, and Wizard.
Interesting, really. So they're praying to their living gods. I wonder what their living gods do for them. Nice underquote though. So many acolytes. Cleaning, praying. Do they have to sleep here with the boxes? Oh, yes. It's so funny, no one cares. Like, you have a lot of stuff lying around there. And if you steal anything from any of those crates or something, they're pretty much angry. If you take something out of the chest that's just lying around here, that's okay.
The mother will keep her children safe through this horrible war. A soldier told me he saw her face on the battlefield, and the next day, he slew a general in front of his troops. Her hand at work.
Or maybe just a really strong fate. I mean, you can't say anything about fate to people that believe in whatever fate we're talking about. But I don't know. Sometimes, okay, sometimes the fight can give you
they
a lot
summoned
of...
Balreth to defeat the Daggerfall army at
Yes,
Darwin's
that's
Watch?
true. Sometimes I guess your fight can give you like a ton of strength, even though it doesn't make sense. But nah, not everything needs to make sense all the time, I guess.
Over here, Initiate.
What are you?
Greetings. I have a message for you from...
No, I don't want to do the Mage's Guild quest night now. Thank you very much. He looks funny. Fitting for an orc. Ah! I know you!
Ah, my business partner. I've located another rare and valuable vintage here in Ebonheart. Are you willing to acquire it for me?
Acquire? It's so funny. How can you... always stealing wine. I don't know. Sounds interesting though.
There's a bottle of white gold tower here in Ebonheart. The war wizard who owns it retired to this town and opened an inn. Phadrasa Andrethi took the bottle off the battlefield. Now it's gathering dust in her private reserve.
Okay, and who is she?
She was a decorated soldier in the Ebonheart Pact. Now she tends to guests at the Ebony Flask. Her Nightflower servants probably know her best. If you want to know how to get that bottle, talk to one.
That one will be yours.
Just let me know what I can do to help.
What can you tell me about this wizard?
She used to serve in the Morrowind army as a war wizard. I think the explosions were too much for her. After she retired from service, she opened the Ebony Flask with Darvinil Sarvel.
Any advice on where I should start?
Not exactly, but then again, that's your side of this business, isn't it? My only advice is to talk to the Nightflowers at the inn. In their line of work, they learn all the best secrets.
Makes sense.
Just let me know what I can do to help.
Even though I still don't know what the Nightflower is supposed to be, but I guess we'll find out. But only in the next episode. We are done for the day already. Thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, I guess we will take care of all these little problems they have here. And find out what exactly the Nightflowers are. Talk to those people here. Convince the Argonians, maybe. Yeah. Find our place here in Ebonheart. We will find a way, I guess. So, thank you very much for watching. If you would consider like or subscription to the channel, I would be extremely glad. You can't believe how glad I would be. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, stay healthy, take care of yourself, and bye bye!